Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brandon from Shore Fisherman UK. Hope you're enjoying all the content. Today we're on the reef today, just going to do a little bit of scratching, see if we can maybe pick up a conger, or would be nice to get a bass. We're going to do a little bit of lure fishing for some micro species, see if we can pick up some wrasse. So yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy the video. We're going to be fading into darkness. We've got a lovely little sunset high tide today. Chuck that straight back out, there's nothing wrong with the bait on there. Squid lasts quite a long time. You'll get 2 or 3 casts out of it. If nothing's taken it, you'll get crabs down there nibbling at it. That's a given, it's going to happen. Can't help it on the reef, there's so many hardbacks down here. You're the first time fishing the reef, especially in the summer, your bait's going to be getting stripped. So what you need to do, what I do when their hardbacks really come in hard, they start like just after their peel and just before it, it's like crab central down here. So what you want to do is switch over to a tougher bait. So in the summer, instead of using squid, I use cuttlefish. And I don't thread it around the hook like I normally do, I just put it on the hook once, because it's such a tough, strong bait. It's almost impossible for something just to yank it off, and I'll get really good hookups, and I catch good on cuttlefish. But I don't bother buying it if I don't think my bait's going to get stripped up. I just use squid. It's cheaper and you get more of it. Guys, I don't know if you noticed this little seat thing that I've been sat on, but it's a pretty good bit of kit actually. About 20 quid on Amazon. Looks like that, but it's got these 2 little finger holes on the top, and then again 2 little finger holes on the bottom, and all you do is twist it and it closes up. Now I just stick that in my bag, or I hook it on just like this when I'm walking anywhere. Barely notice it's there, it's not heavy. And then when you want to use it, you just take it out, put 2 fingers in the top, 2 fingers in the bottom, open it up, and you've got a good seat. And you can have it at different heights as well, so if you're a bit small, then change your height on it. 20 quid on Amazon. I'll put a link for it down in the description for you guys if something you're interested in getting. I think it's an awesome bit of kit. It's quite comfortable, and I normally I'm always standing up when I'm fishing, which does my back in quite a lot, and it saves that. So link in the description, guys. So guys, I wanted to have a little talk with you guys about like the people that comment on my videos quite a lot. What sort of fishing are you into this time of year? What would you be fishing for? What would you be targeting? Was for February next month. I don't think that's going to be very good, and then we've got March, beginning of the bass season for a lot of people. I'm quite excited for it. Obviously, as we got further on through the year, the bass numbers get larger and they're much easier to catch. So definitely let me know what you guys are into. I was thinking about at some point maybe getting into a little bit of freshwater fishing. Not so much like pond fishing, more upriver for trout and stuff like that. I don't really know a lot about freshwater fishing because I've never really done it before, but when COVID's over, if anyone on the channel wants to take me and sort of teach me a little bit about how to do it, I'd definitely be more than willing to trade some tips on how to catch bass down on the reef. Say someone took me like fishing up the river or something, I could bring you down here and teach you how to fish for bass off the end of the rocks in a rough southwesterly or a nice calm northerly with lures. Let me know, guys. I'm gonna go back over there and watch the rods now. Had a little bit of movement on the small one, so we're just gonna see what happens. Just gonna get through the day. It's starting to get dark now, so I'll get the lights and that on in a little bit, and then I'll catch up with you guys hopefully when we got a fish on. Take it easy. Just gonna put this bluey bait, this little tiny bluey on, the little 6.0 Aberdeen on a running ledger rig. I'm just gonna go through the top, gonna pull it through and twist it. Then we're gonna go through side to side, just like that. Then we're gonna do that once more. With a bluey, we are gonna use bait elastic because it is a really soft bait that just falls apart. So you've got to wrap it up nice. Then we're gonna go through one more time and come out the middle. Just like that. Now lastly, we're going to go through the head. So we're going to put the shank of the hook probably about here. Push it in. Just spin it round. Just like that's going to be perfect. Pull it in nice and tight. And then we're just going to wrap that up. Last few wraps are going to be tight. Just going to dig it into the bait. That's it, guys, that's done. Guys, one thing I want to say to you, you need to remember, we're fishing a reef. There's a lot of fish here that are big, and they are the sort of fish that if you don't set your drag, they're just going to take your rod into the water. I know it's happened to people, I know people it's happened to. Back your drag off a little bit, that way if something absolutely massive hammers your bait and runs with it, it's going to take line rather than all your fishing gear. There you go, guys, our first catch of the day. Definitely a big old PB there. So there we go, guys. Lovely little double shot of rockling on the 2-hook flapper on the reef. It's quite an unusual species to get here. I did catch a couple last year on the reef actually, but none. I mean, this guy here, if you just come over, can you see okay? This is a big rockling. I mean, that's probably the biggest one. I'm going to put my light on just very gently for you guys. Is that good? Yeah. That is a big rockling. I've never caught one that big. I'm quite impressed with that. That's that for me has made today worth it. Now, a lot of people consider these pests. They're a great fish for your kids to come down and catch. Definitely make everyone happy. Nice and friendly, they don't bite. Nice little lively fish. This one's got a hook quite far down in, but there's this guy. You see the size of him. These are the sort of sizes we normally get down here. And you see the difference there. That is a mighty, mighty rockling. That is a beast. That is a PB for me, and it's probably going to be a hard one to beat. But these guys are no good for eating. I'm not going to kill these guys and use them as bait or anything like that. I'm going to put them back. I like to let these live. A lot of people think of them like rats of the ocean, but I quite enjoy catching them. Just going to get this hook out of him now. Just going to spin that round and push it upwards. There we go. So there he is, guys. These are slimy little creatures. There's that little rockling. He's going to go back to fight another day. I've never caught a rockling that I need 2 hands to hold before. He's got these little whiskers. He's got his 2 little fins here. Nice little brown colour. Looks like he's been in a scrap with something at some point. Got a belly full, so there must be plenty of food down there for him. I'm going to put him back now. Now let's get his little baby brother off the line. Got that lovely lip hook, sorry. Just going to get that hook out of him now. There you go. He's definitely going to go on to live another day. Go back with his family. Catch him when he's a bit bigger. So there you go, guys. First catch of the day. It's nice to actually get something for a change. Might only be a rockling, but it's still something in the middle of January. It's nice to be catching something. We've got the 2 big baits out now. That's kind of giving me a little bit of hope. I'm a little bit excited now. Going to get those 2 hook flappers rebaited out and see if I can get a bigger new PB rockling. See you guys in a bit. So this is how we're going to bait up for little rockling and stuff like that, guys. Little 1/0 hook on the 2 hook flapper. Just going to put the squid through a couple of times. Leave a little tail hanging off, something to flap about and attract some fish. Got the eider hook here. Going to pull that up and over. That's going to hold the bait on nice. Just like that, guys. A little bit of a tail hanging off. That's going to flap around. Got another hook here on our 2 hook flapper. Just take the old bait off, throw that in the sea. Same again. Gonna put it through a couple of times. Put it over the eye of the hook. Go through once more. That's absolutely perfect. Now the leads I'm using on the reef today, these little 5 ounce. These leads with the 4 spikes are much better for the reef. It's 4 points to come undone. Gives you, I'd say, a 50% better chance of getting that weight back. Gonna get this chucked out, guys, and hopefully we can get a slightly bigger rockling than the last one. That was quite an unusual size compared to what I normally get down here, so I'm a little bit excited now. Fish on. Nice. Oh, I think it's just come off. No. I think he might still be on there. It's kind of hard to tell at the moment. I had good weight at first, then it kind of popped up a bit and now it's gone real loose. Oh no, I can feel something bouncing there. No, whatever it was got away. Would have been the bottom hook as well. I'll get another bit of squid on that and we'll chuck it back out. Don't know what that was, it felt heavy. Could you hear the rod echo? The rod was like hollowing. Ah. We're going to keep trying, guys, that's what this is all about. It's not an easy ticket fishing, things don't always go. Things are never going to go exactly how you want them to. You're always going to have to work things out and do things, sometimes do things a little bit differently, and just keep trying until something works. That's how you do it. Keep trying, put loads of effort in, keep throwing fresh baits out, that helps. Don't leave your baits out for a really long time because the scent is eventually going to dissipate from your bait, and all you're going to have is just a solid item in the water rather than a nice stinky bait. Get that back out roughly where it was before. The fish was on. I don't know if we got the bite on camera, but the fish was on for about 4 seconds. And the bite we got was quite a hammering bite, which to me, it felt quite bassy, to be honest. Maybe like a little schoolie bass. But there was definitely 100% something there. Tide's going out now. That's usually the best time to fish the reef at high. A couple of hours down is when I normally find there's to be loads of conger and stuff about, so all we're going to do, guys, is sit tight, carry on waiting for something to take. I'm going to freshen up my big baits, and hopefully whatever that was comes back and ends up with a hook in the lip. Hopefully this comes up. I'm not confident we're going to get this one back. Right, we're off. Alright, it does happen. It's part of fishing a reef, to be honest. What I'm going to do with this one now, guys, is I'm just going to put another running ledger on it, whack a big bait on it, and chuck a third big bait out now. That looks just totally gone. Snapped at the line. Is what it is, part of fishing. So we're about 2 hours after high tide now. We're at the point now where getting gear back is much more difficult than it is at high tide, because there isn't a lot of water to pull your gear through, so you have got to wind up extremely fast now. Getting a couple of good whacks. Got one now. Right. False alarm, everyone, false alarm. Hang on. We got some big rollers building up now, just because obviously the waves are coming in, the current's coming in, it's hitting the bank. There's a drop off quite far out, it's obviously hitting that and building up some nice rollers. But I was saying, before the sea rudely interrupted me, it's about 2 hours down from high now. When you do fish this low, you've got to retract your gear really fast and wind in super quick. Otherwise you're just going to be dragging it across the water. We're probably only in about 4 foot of water now. So yeah, very shallow stuff. Great for bass though. So we're going to carry on trying. We've been going for about 4 hours now. I lost one good fish on there. I think it was a big whiting, maybe a big pout. It was at least a pound fish. Got a couple of alright rockling. Nothing on the big baits today. Had a little whiff of a little bite earlier on, but nothing I would have lifted into. So we've got our little sort of mini species rig over here, which is just a set of baited up mackerel feathers with squid. You never know what's going to happen on a rig like that. Last year, the year before the last year in June, so it would have been 2019, I actually caught an 8-pound bass on mackerel feathers with just a little sliver of squid. And that was on a little 7-foot kids rod as well, so the fight on that was mental. And then we've got half a mackerel fillet out on one rod and a whole squid out on the other. Just waiting to see what comes along. Definitely putting in the effort, so hopefully the rewards will come soon too. We'll see what happens.